Hello, and welcome to part 2 of our two-part series, 1280 Truck In Out, an in-depth explanation. In this section, we will cover the databases and their uses. I will start by running a transaction without a customer or a product. Since I already have a truck weighed in, I will press Weigh Out, type in my truck ID, and then press Enter. The screen goes to Weigh Out Complete without any further prompting. That is because if there are no customers or products in their respective databases, these prompts are automatically skipped. We will now add information to the databases to see how this changes the weighing process. First, we will go into Setup. To add a customer to the database, we will select the Add/Edit Customer Touch widget. The indicator will prompt for a customer ID, so we will use 111. Though this can be a string of any alpha or numeric characters as long as it is 15 characters in length or fewer. After pressing Done, the system will now prompt for a customer name. For this demonstration, I will call it Test Customer 1. Again, this name can be any combination of alpha or numeric characters as long as its length is 15 characters or fewer. Since Test Customer 1 is only 13 characters, I will press Done, and it will display Customer Added in the lower left corner of the screen. Now that we have one customer in the customer database, we will also add a product to the products database table. I will begin this process by pressing the Add/Edit Product Touch widget. When prompted for an ID, I will again use 111. I am allowed to use this number because the 111 I previously used was part of a different database, so there is no ID conflict. Since this is a new ID, it will also prompt for a name. I will use Test Product and leave it at that for the moment. We will address this with another function of the Add/Edit Product Touch widget. After we click Done, it will move us on to the next section, which is to enter the product conversion units. Each product may have an individual conversion, so you can keep track of both the weight as well as an additional value based on the net weight and a custom multiplier. I will call this product STN, which to me would mean stones. Upon entering STN, I will press Done, and now it will prompt me for the product conversion multiplier. So if we were to put in a value of 0.5 here, it would show up as half of our weight. Or, if we put in 2, it would double our weight. For this demonstration, I am attempting to keep track of a value I am calling stones. So for my product conversion value, I will enter 0.0714. So if I had 14 pounds on the scale, it would equate to approximately 1 stone. This way when my ticket prints, I can see the final weight value, as well as what that value would equal in my chosen conversion of stones. After pressing Done, I realized that I actually wanted to call the product Test Product 1 instead of just Test Product. So to edit the entry I already have in my database, I will once again press the Add/Edit Product Touch widget. When prompted for an ID, I will enter my ID of 111 and click Done. This time, instead of having a blank customer name, it shows Test Product. This is because I had already added the entry to the database, and I am simply manipulating this product's values instead of needing to create an entirely new product. I will add a 1 to the end of Test Product, and then press the Done button. Since I do not wish to change either my conversion units, nor their multipliers, I will press Done on both of these screens until I am returned to the Setup menu. In order to verify my database entry saved properly, I will now view each of the databases to ensure I have a product in my product database as well as a customer in my customer database. I will view my customer database first, which will show up to 8 entries at a time and show both the customer ID as well as the name attached to that ID. If I had more than 8 entries in the database, I would use the Page Up and/or the Page Down buttons on the right side to view an additional 8 entries per press. Since I see my entry in the database, I will press the Exit button, and then proceed to view my product entries by pressing the View Product List touch widget. Just like the customer database, I can view 8 entries at a time. I see the one ID I have entered, so I will leave this screen by pressing the Exit button. I no longer need to be in the Setup menu, so I will press the Exit button here to return to the Weigh screen. Since my truck is still saved in the database, I will just perform a weigh out again. This time, I am also not prompted. However, if you compare the tickets, you can see the difference. The second ticket has both a product as well as a customer name, and the custom units named stones. This is because when you only have one ID in the database, it will automatically be selected for you on the way out. I have added several more customers and products to their respective databases through our interchange program for expediency. I now have multiple IDs in both my product and my customer databases. So I will perform another weighment now, with the same truck as before, since it is still in my inbound database. So I will go above the threshold and press the Weigh Out button, type in my truck ID, and press the Done button. This time, instead of going straight to Weigh Out Complete and printing a ticket, it is instead prompting for a product ID. I have 2 choices at this point. If I know the product ID I am using, I will type it here and then it will show up on the ticket with its converted units. My other option is to simply press Done, which is a way to skip the prompt and not have additional information shown on the ticket. I will press Done to skip the product entry prompt. Once that is complete, it will prompt me for a customer ID, and here I will type in 222 for my customer number. At this point, the screen goes to Weigh Out Complete and prints me a ticket with a customer number, but without a product ID or converted units field. This has been part 2 of our 2-part series, 1280 Truck In Out, an in-depth explanation. Thank you for your time.